Okay, so today we're going to be going over how to install the new Exodus, also known as Covenant. We're not going to use a build, we're just going to put it right onto our Kodi. The first thing you need to do is go to the Settings tab, then go to System Settings. Then you want to go down to Add-ons to make sure that Unknown Sources is checked. Once you check it, you get this little box, you click Yes. And then you want to back up one and go down to the File Manager. And then you want to go to Add Source and you want to put in the source for the Aries Wizard. If you need to pause the video, please pause it. I'll also put the description for Aries Wizard down into the description. And you just type it as you see it. Okay, so once you've got it typed in, you want to go ahead and select OK. Come down and give it whatever name you want to give it. Me personally, I like to call it Aries Wizard because that's what it is. Put a little star in front of it so that way it's always at the top of my queue, and then select OK. Alright, so after that you want to go all the way back to the main page. You want to go down to Add-ons. Make sure that you're on the right page right here, and you want to go to the little box in the upper left hand corner. Install from zip file, and it's installed from the Aries Wizard. Click the repository, and then if you give it a few minutes, up in the upper right hand corner you'll see that it's installed. Okay, now that you have that done, your next step is you want to go to Install from Repository, and then go down to Aries Project, and then go to Program Add-ons, and then there you go, Aries Wizard. As you can see, I already have it installed on my device, so I'm going to uninstall it and reinstall it. And then now you just want to open it. Depending on your internet speed, it might take a little longer, but just give it a little time and eventually you'll come here. Normally you would go into the Browse Build section. That's where I get most of my builds from. But today we're going into the Browse Add-on section. The Browse Add-on section also has a place to where you can go and get all of the ads. Okay, so this is how it looks inside of all the builds. Nothing that we haven't seen before. So let's back out and go back to Browse Add-ons. Inside of Program Add-ons, you got a bunch of different stuff. You'll need most of this stuff, F4M proxy, and these are just all the items that runs in the background of your Kodi that keeps it running smooth for IPTV and stuff like that. Another good one I like to use is F4M tester, and then as you can see also right there you have the Covenant artwork module, the URL resolver. I get all of those as well too because that helps out when you streaming live sports. But the Covenant artwork module is a little tricky. Sometimes you can download it before and it'll populate once you download Covenant. Other times it won't. So we'll just have to see after we download Covenant, and if it doesn't, we'll go back in, we'll re-download it, we'll turn our Kodi off, and then we'll reopen it and see what's going on there. So hopefully we get a chance to actually show some troubleshooting. But as you can see, all of the different ones that I'm selecting. So now I'll go back to Browse Add-ons and I go to Video Add-ons, and there's Covenant. If you don't know, that's the new Exodus. That's what they moved to. That's what they're updating now, and so on and so forth. If you have the latest Exodus, it'll still work, but just know all the new updates will be pushed here. So you get this warning, you just click OK, and then you click OK. It's going to ask you if you want to have the repository for the add-on. You want to go ahead and say yes because that gives you opportunity to update it. So there we go, now we have that installed. Alright, after that we just go ahead and we're going to close it. If you want to enter into the stuff, enter it. I never do, it's not that serious for me. And then go back to the main page, and you can see on the video add-ons, on the add-ons you have Covenant. So let's open it up and see if the artwork is on there. Alright, so we go into the information, make sure it's the current update. It is good to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click open. See, as you can see, so the artwork is missing. It should have all of the tabs for movies, TV shows, and so on and so forth. So let's go back into Ares Wizard, back into Browse Add-ons, Program Add-ons, and try to get the artwork module to work again. If it doesn't work this time, what I recommend is shutting down your Kodi on whichever device you're on. Just turn it all the way off, just the Kodi. Or if you want to unplug the whole device, that's up to you. And then re-enable it. If it doesn't work for me, I'm just going to close Kodi and I'm going to reopen. See, as you can see, we have the same issue. And if I was to select any of the stuff, see, it takes me to that was Networks tab and so on and so forth. So it's not working. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut my Kodi down. All right, so Kodi's been restarted. Go back to add-ons, go down to Covenant. Hopefully the reset worked, and it did. So now we have everything here: the movies, TV shows. First thing I want to do is go into tools, though. You know, I like to make my my Kodi run a little faster. So go into General, and right there where it says Provider Timeout, you want to put that down to about 15 seconds. 15 seconds is more than enough time for them to find a source for you. So after that, scroll over to Playback. If you have a 4K TV, keep it on 4K. If you don't, just put it on 1080p. It makes it not look for 4K videos. And host this with captures. That's that if you want to view this video, go to this website stuff, turn that off and turn the default action on to autoplay. Alright, so now that we have all that done, we can go back and see if everything is working exactly how we set it up, which it should be. But as you can clearly see, it's set up exactly like Exodus. Only thing has changed is the name. So once again, the capture is just whenever you click a movie source and it tells you to click OK or go to www whatever. I don't like that. I'm not going there, so I'll turn all those off. So we still have all the same tabs as you do in Exodus. But let's go ahead and go on TV shows. And if you're new to this channel, I normally go to A&E and I normally watch First 48, but we're gonna do something different this time. We're just gonna go to people watching. Let's find out what people watching. All right, no surprise there. Game of Thrones season 7 episode 1 just came out, so everybody's talking about that. So let's just make sure that that plays. I'm so far behind on this that I don't even know what's going on in Game of Thrones anymore, so I'll catch up with it later. All right, so let's watch it. So those remaining providers are providers that are taking the longest to hold us up. So Pub Film 2, hopefully I said that correct, was holding it up. It wasn't really holding us up too much because I set it down to 15, but as you can see, it comes on, have a beautiful stream. You can fast forward, rewind. Well, let's go back so I can show you how to remove that source that was holding us up. 15 seconds is fast, but if we can make it faster, why not? So here we want to go to providers. And it was Pub Film 2, I believe. So we're going to scroll down to providers. There it is. Click it and then scroll over, hit OK. So now we just told our system not to look for it. So let's just go back to TV shows. Let's go back to what people are watching. And let's go back to Game of Thrones. And let's see how much more faster. It's not going to be extremely faster, but it'll be faster. So there we go. So it got up to 9 seconds that time instead of the full 15, which is pretty good. And then once again, since we turned it on autoplay, it picks the best source for us. And also you can resume where you left off at, or you can start from the beginning, which is a good feature. Once again, it's rolling right along. There we go. So some other features inside of here, Covenant, exactly like Exodus, but we'll go through a few. So one of the features I like to look at is inside the Networks tab. You can just go through and you can look at whatever you want to look at. So here's another feature inside of Exodus and Covenant. The ability to play from here. What play from here means is kind of like with Netflix, how at the end of one episode it just goes to the next. If you go to the sub menu and click play from here, and you go to the sub menu by holding the enter button, the mouse pad, or whatever you're using until that menu pops up, and then you have that menu. So you go to play from here, and it finds the source from Covenant. So whenever the TV show gets to the end of this episode, it'll go right into the next one. So we're gonna try to get as close to the end as we can here. So there we go. Only a few seconds remaining, and normally it would take you back and have you pick the next episode, but when you click play from here, it automatically picks the next one for you with the parameters that you already have set up, so you don't really have to worry about any of that stuff. And of course the episode's going to start here. Alright, so in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can go to the search menu, all the same stuff you did with Exodus, and you can find what you're looking for. Covenant is the new Exodus, so make sure you go out and you update your Kodi. I'll be doing some updates on some of the builds that I like. They've updated the builds and everything else, and also there's a new Zen called Elysium, which I'll also have on here too. So other than that, have a good day.